Hey everyone, this is Russell with Artisan Cutlery and CJRB, and I have another model from our 2022 SHOT Show lineup. This is one of the other new CJRB models that will be coming out soon. This is our first entry into the CJRB line by Mr. Dirk Pinkerton. As you can tell, it has that very iconic Pinkerton-style Wharncliffe blade, very angular, somewhat aggressive, really nice, simple but ergonomic shape. And this one honestly is one of my favorite entries we had this year because I just love the idea of this knife. Now, my thing is that when people hear Artisan Cutlery and Dirk Pinkerton, the first thing that pops into someone's mind is often the Proponent, that absolutely monstrous knife that we've done that is a ton of fun. However, with this having a similar Wharncliffe shape and almost, I'd say, if not a square blocky handle, but a very kind of clean-shaped, very angular handle. The huge difference between this model and the Proponent is, among other things, the fact this is a very thin and very light knife. This is actually an incredibly lightweight knife with a very, very, honestly, very comfortable handle for something that is about a 3-inch blade and not too much more in the handle. This is a very compact piece, and all the lines on this are super straight and even. The action of this is wonderful. Finger flicks really nicely, even rolls nicely. You have a solid thumb roll to open this knife, but the way it fits in hand is wonderful. You get a great thumb up grip. If you want a hammer grip, it actually hammer grips really nicely, and if you really want to, this reverse grips quite nicely as well. But this one has a lot. The thing I like to think about this knife as, and the one that I actually just talked to Dirk about recently, is this is kind of bridges all the schools of knife use. This is a great EDC for its size. It's got a 3-inch blade. It's fairly easy to carry. It's lightweight. It's not a lot of real estate in the pocket. As a practical using knife, yeah, it's a great box cutter. The shape is super useful. In fact, one of my favorite things is, you notice how the Wharncliffe is slightly angled? Just a little bit? That allows for more cutting performance on flat surfaces with this shape, which I'm a fan of. I love Wharncliffes, and I think this shape, with that slight kind of offset or a slight cant, gives even more utility than a standard Wharncliffe. And at the end of the day, if you really want to, this is not a bad tactical tool. I have a little bit of knife fighting experience, but not enough to say that I can honestly know a lot. But I will say, I like the profile of this and the way that it is secure in the hand. It is small and provides, we'll say, a few technical advantages when it comes to close quarters combat. That's just my opinion. I only have, so much experience in that matter, but I like the whole package. It bridges all the gaps and all the places where anyone could want a knife like this. If you want a 3-inch Wharncliffe, this does it. And because it's in the CJRB line, this is going to be a very affordable and well-made knife that it's not going to break the bank. We are going to be using our AR RPM 9 on this model so that you get good stain-resistant steel, nice and tough, easy to maintain. Also, if you'll notice one thing in here that I'm actually really happy about, this is the first model we've ever done that has a 4-position clip placement. So you can put it anywhere. If you happen to like tip down, which, funny enough, I do occasionally. I like carrying a tip down knife in my back pocket. This knife is great for that. If you like the standard tip up position, great. Perfect. Nice and centered. Sits really nicely in the pocket, especially with these very straight angles. It feels like it takes up almost no real estate in the pocket. And just, I love the way this is done. I'm so dark. Dirk, my goodness, man, you do some amazing stuff. Cannot even man's a genius. But the Ruffian is hopefully going to be coming out in a few months. We have a few tweaks we're going to make to this knife. Dirk had a few alterations he wanted to do to it. And overall, we are very excited to get this one out into the market. I think this is going to be a lot of people's new favorite budget knife. And we are looking forward to having people get this in their hand and enjoy it as much as I do. So, that is the CJRB Ruffian, designed by Mr. Dirk Pinkerton. Look for that coming out soon. Thank you so much. You guys take care.